Hey everybody, I'm Eddie Ray and you're watching my YouTube channel, and in this video I have a camper modification for you. I've talked about doing different things throughout the season and showing you a couple shorter videos with different things that we've done. This is one of them. Take a look and see what we've got. So one of the things I'd like to show you is the conversion we've made from a double bunkhouse to a single bunk. And a little added feature for those of you who have a pet. In our camper, as you know, we have a bunkhouse unit, which consists of a queen in the front and then two bunks here in the back. Well, with one child, we don't necessarily need two bunks in the back. So I made a conversion and opened it up a little bit. Okay, so take a look at what we've got. First thing we put in was a privacy curtain. I took and installed a little bar up here, PVC pipe, painted it black. It looks good, matches all the fixtures that are in here. So what you can do is simply unhook here and pull across, and it closes off the area for a little bit more privacy. With the bunkhouse, there was not any privacy. You could put a wall in, but it just takes away that much more space. There really wasn't a lot of room. This worked out pretty good. You'll go back into the bedroom here, you can see that what we've done is made one bunk. All this line here that went around was simply where the other bunk was. We took the mattress out, took the bottom mattress out. I bought a large piece of 4-inch foam from a local hardware store and was able to cut it down enough to make this bunk, which is good for Logan. It works out perfectly. He's got a little storage area up top. We keep like sports stuff, frisbees, footballs, baseball, wiffle ball, all that kind of stuff up here. And then down below, of course, he can put his travel bag, and he's got a little area for a couple of blankets. That works out good. Now, one of the bunkhouse features is that you're able to get to your water heater to turn off the valve to winterize it and all that kind of stuff. You can still do that here. It's simple. One thing you have to do is simply remove this little crate, remove the little rack under the crate, and then take and flip this up. I'll show you how it's done. Simply pull this off, lift that up, comes right up, and then you take, as all the bunkhouses are made, just take and push it right across. You can put a board in here for storage, but it works well for what we've got. You can see that in here there's a storage space in the back, and then you can see the dog cage underward. Now, you talk about the dog cage. We were having issues finding a place to put Sydney. Great dog. We love her. She goes with us on every trip. She does what we say. She doesn't cause any problems. She's just a member of family, and if you're a pet owner, you know all about that. So in taking out this full bunk here, we created this little space for her. We cage her at night. Otherwise, if she's just on the bed, off the bed, listening, running around. She polices all the time, so that's the issue that we run into. But she's on the bed, off the bed, on his bed, off the bed, jumping on the couch, just does what she does. She's not crazy, that's just what she does. If you have a dog on her, you know that. So we crate her. And this is a perfect space for her. And you know, she's got her own little bed in here. And if we need to take this out, it's as simple as just sliding it out. In the event that we didn't have her, you could simply put shoes or whatever else in this open space behind her where she would stay. Otherwise, this crate space is perfect. Slides right in, closes off. And I talked about the space that you had before we used this curtain. When I cut the piece out of here to create this space, this floor area is, it's 4 square feet. But it really gives Logan, and it gives us, a lot of space so we can move around if we need to behind the curtain. So one thing I want to add about this space. Obviously we had at one time 2 bunks, a bottom bunk, a top bunk. Never used the top bunk, I think maybe once. So when I pared this down a little bit and made a smaller bed area with the dog storage area, we did lose a little bit of storage underneath the bed here. Probably about 18 inches by 3 feet. However, we've camped enough that we know what we need, and if you're a veteran camper, you know that too, and you realize that some of the stuff you think you may need you eventually do not use, so it's just extra weight. Get rid of it, pull it out. Under this bunk we store a griddle, we store a grill, a little travel grill, we store cookware, pots, pans, spatulas, forks, knives, that kind of stuff that's used for outside cooking. We also have a couple of little Tupperware totes that we put just odds and ends in that stay stashed in the corner. Propane light, propane lantern, and we have propane canisters. That's all that's stored under here. So this is the cooking center underneath here, if you will. Once you realize what all you do or do not need when it comes to that, that's when I made the decision for us that I realized that we didn't need all that space. And I cut it down a little bit. It works perfectly. And you know, for Logan sleeping back here, sleeping between the two bunks with about this much space, he almost felt claustrophobic in it. And you know, it was kind of like, I really don't like sleeping in there. Can I sleep elsewhere? Like, you know, you've got this space for you. Let's make it more comfortable. And that's why we chose to do what we did. This has been a great modification, if you will. I really struggled with tearing out parts of the camper. You know, we own it, it's ours, we're going to have it, so it's not like we're getting rid of it. So let's just go ahead and modify it to where we want it, to where it works for us. If you're a first-time viewer, thank you for coming and seeing us. I would appreciate it if you'll comment, share, and subscribe these videos. If you're a returning viewer, thank you for coming back and seeing us and traveling along with us. Our 2018 camping year is almost over. Getting things closed down a little bit. The weather's getting cooler here in Tennessee, and we expect to winter down for the winter as everybody else does, unless you're traveling in maybe a more southern state. 2019 is looking bright. We kind of have a couple places we want to go and visit and see and do some things a little differently. You know, as we travel throughout our camping season, we always try to go to different places. That gives us an opportunity to show you something new, and it gives us an opportunity to experience something new. And then sometimes we just stay close to home. So it just varies as it goes along. At any rate, stay warm this winter and continue to dream big and live for the moment.